You think you know what happened to Donna Summer's daughters? The truth will surprise you. When the Queen of Disco died in 2012, she left behind 3 daughters. Their real stories have barely been told. One survived childhood sexual abuse. She turned trauma into healing art. Another made an HBO film showing family secrets for the first time. The third became a Grammy winner whose voice reaches millions weekly. These women faced crushing loss at ages 39, 31, and 29. Their grief nearly destroyed them. What they did next will surprise you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where they are now and what they're doing. Donna Summer created a blended family that became her masterpiece. Mimi arrived in 1973 from her marriage to Austrian actor Helmut Sommer. After divorce, Donna found her soulmate in musician Bruce Sudano. His band Brooklyn Dreams had worked with her on Bad Girls. Together they welcomed Brooklyn in 1981 and Amanda in 1982. Bruce became the father figure who helped raise all 3 girls. He created the unity that would save them during their darkest hours. But before I tell you how they survived losing their mother, you need to know something. One daughter carried childhood trauma in silence for decades. This HBO film reveal shocked viewers worldwide. Let me start with the daughter whose courage inspired millions. Mimi Dohler chose healing over bitterness. Born in 1973, Mimi stepped away from showbiz. She became a jewelry designer who creates handmade pieces through Etsy. She married Rick Dohler in 1995 and has 4 children, Vienna, Savannah, Levi, and Isaiah. But Mimi carried a painful secret for decades. In the 2023 HBO film Love to Love You, Donna Summer, Mimi shared something shocking. She had suffered sexual abuse as a child. Someone connected to household staff had hurt her. Her response shocked everyone. "I don't blame Mom. She was heartbroken when she found out. She carried that pain too." Instead of bitterness, Mimi chose forgiveness. Her jewelry work became therapy. She turned pain into beautiful art that brings others joy. At her 1995 wedding, something remarkable happened. It showed the Summer family's approach to love. Both her biological father Helmut and stepfather Bruce walked her down the aisle together. The Baltimore Sun reported this moment. It captured Donna's vision of family unity going beyond normal rules. Mimi found healing through private art, but Brooklyn chose the opposite path. She would preserve their mother's story for millions while showing family secrets never told before. Brooklyn Sudano refused to let their mother's story be forgotten. Born in 1981 and named after her father's band Brooklyn Dreams, Brooklyn built a successful acting career. She had roles in My Wife and Kids and major shows. But her most important work came from honoring her mother's memory. In 2023, Brooklyn helped direct the HBO film Love to Love You, Donna Summer with Roger Ross Williams. But creating this intimate family portrait required something extraordinary, accessing decades of hidden family history. After Donna's death, the family had gone through storage units and found an overwhelming treasure trove. We had 32 binders full of negatives and photos. Brooklyn revealed in interviews, the amount of material was what she called an embarrassment of riches. Performance footage, personal recordings, and interviews she'd never seen before. The hardest part wasn't finding the material, it was convincing family members to participate. Almost everyone in the documentary, this is the first time they've talked about Donna. Co-director Roger Ross Williams noted, "It was really tough for Brooklyn to convince them to talk because they've never spoken to the press. This close family portrait used rare footage and personal interviews that only daughters could access. Everything about my mother was about love, bringing joy and healing," Brooklyn explained. She learned work habits directly from Donna. "Mom made us iron clothes for the band. She wanted us to understand that everything requires work, even glamour." Brooklyn married Mike McLaughlin in 2006. She balances directing with raising their daughter. This shows Donna's rule that career success never comes at family's expense. Through her film, Brooklyn preserved Not just her mother's story, she saved an entire era of music history for future generations. Brooklyn honored their mother through film, but the youngest daughter took a different approach. She carried Donna's musical DNA into a new style and proved talent runs in family. The youngest daughter got her mother's musical soul and changed it into something new. Born in 1982, Amanda met Abner Ramirez in 2001, married in 2009, and formed folk soul duo Johnny Swim. Their albums include Diamonds 2014, Georgia Pond 2016, Moonlight 2019, and their self-titled Johnny Swim 2022. Their breakthrough came when Home became the theme for HGTV's Fixer Upper. Suddenly, Amanda's voice reached millions of homes weekly. This led to their own series Home on the Road with Johnny Swim on Magnolia Network. Amanda and Abner tour with their 3 children, Joaquin 2015, Luna 2018, and Paloma 2019 travel with them. They created the same family-centered approach Donna started decades earlier. During Johnny Swim concerts, Amanda performs Donna's hits as tributes. Every time I sing Hot Stuff, I feel Mom standing next to me smiling, she told CBS News Philadelphia. Donna had pushed this path. She told Amanda to find her own voice rather than copy disco. Mom taught me being real is more important than copying. She wanted me to be the best Amanda, not a second-rate Donna. When all 3 sisters faced their mother's death, something happened. It tested everything Donna taught them about bouncing back. May 17, 2012. The day that broke 3 lives. When Donna lost her cancer battle, her daughters were at crucial moments. Mimi 39, Brooklyn 31, Amanda 29. Brooklyn described it as losing a lighthouse. Amanda said, "A part of my heart was torn away." The grief was made worse by how little they really knew their mother. Even while living with her, Donna had kept parts of herself hidden. We were never allowed in her room. The door was always locked. Amanda recalled in the HBO documentary, "We would find out things by reading newspaper articles they had clipped out and hidden in places." The sisters had discovered their mother's biggest hit, Love to Love You Baby, not from Donna herself but on their own. She was intensely private, even with her own children. This secrecy made losing her even more painful. There were so many questions they'd never get to ask. So many stories they'd never hear. Mimi struggled with regret about not spending more time with Donna in her final years. Brooklyn and Amanda felt guilty about conversations that would never happen. Behind Donna's public image as the confident disco queen was a woman who had battled her own demons. In 1976, at the height of her fame, she had attempted suicide at a New York hotel. The pressure of stardom, a failing marriage, and industry demands had pushed her to the breaking point. Only the accidental interruption by hotel staff had saved her life. Her daughters were learning these truths about their mother's struggles at the same time they were processing their own grief. But Donna's lessons saved them. They chose healing over bitterness. Talking about Mom with a therapist helped me realize she's still in me through music and how I raise my children. Amanda shared with People magazine. They created meaningful ritual. Amanda holds concerts featuring Donna's songs. Brooklyn watches old family videos. Mimi creates jewelry inspired by her mother's bold style. Mom taught me that grief is part of life, but you can turn it into something beautiful. Brooklyn told Spin magazine. This became their base for moving forward together. Today, each daughter ensures Donna's legacy keeps growing. Mimi, now 52, hosts family gatherings where Donna's grandchildren hear stories. They learn about the woman who made Sunday dinner special. Through jewelry design, she turns disco-era looks into wearable art. Brooklyn, 44, has become the family's cultural voice. Her HBO film introduces Donna's story to new generations. This positions her to preserve more music history through film. Amanda, 42, carries direct musical flow through Johnny Swim. With Home as the fixer-upper theme, her voice reaches millions weekly. This proves the Summer family's gift for bringing people together works in any era. Bruce Sudano remains their father figure. He helps coordinate celebrations where grandchildren understand they're part of something larger. We always remind each other of Mom's funny sayings, like how she called us Summer's girls, Mimi shared. Together, they stayed close as a family while building their own successful careers. So, what happened to Donna Summer's 3 daughters? Mimi stepped away from the spotlight, built a jewelry business, and raised 4 kids. She survived childhood trauma and chose forgiveness over anger. Brooklyn became an actress, then a filmmaker. Her HBO film about her mother reached millions of viewers and preserved disco history for new generations. Amanda formed Johnny Swim with her husband. Their song, Home, became the fixer-upper theme. She tours with 3 young children, just like her mother did decades ago. All 3 women lost their mother at a young age. All 3 found different ways to move forward. Today, they're successful in their own fields, while staying close as a family. Which daughter's story surprised you most? Drop a comment with your favorite Donna Summer song. Subscribe for more stories about celebrity families you've never heard. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. And let us know, which famous family should we cover next?